Okay, so what if I told you the secret to performing under pressure isn't about getting all hyped up, but doing the exact opposite? We're about to dive into this incredibly powerful ancient concept from the world of samurai. And trust me, it's designed to make you totally unbreakable when the stakes are at their highest. It pretty much flips the script on everything you've ever been taught about peak performance.
But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever been there? You're in a situation where everything is on the line. You know, a huge presentation, that job interview, maybe even just a really difficult conversation. And all of a sudden, your mind just goes completely blank. Yeah, it's a deeply frustrating feeling, and pretty much everyone has been there.
Oh, you know that feeling. You have put in the work. You've practiced over and over. You are so ready. But then the moment hits, and your voice gets all shaky. The points you knew backwards and forwards, gone. Your brain is just static. You've choked. It happens. Just picture an executive, we can call him John, and he's got a totally routine presentation. But in his own head, he's built it up into this huge, make-or-break, catastrophic event, and boom, that's the trigger. So if trying harder or psyching yourself up clearly doesn't work, what does? Well, the solution isn't about more hype or more frantic preparation. The answer comes from a pretty unexpected place. The legendary samurai warrior Miyamoto Musashi. And his whole approach? It's probably the exact opposite of what you'd think. Just look at this. It's crazy, right? Our entire culture around performance is about getting in the zone, finding that next gear. We think we need some special heightened state to do our best. Musashi's secret? Nah. Do the opposite. Stay perfectly, completely, almost boringly ordinary. And this whole idea, it actually has a name. Heijoshin. It literally translates to ordinary mind. The goal is to cultivate a mental state of such unwavering calm that it just doesn't change. It doesn't matter if you're in a life or death duel or you're just sipping a cup of tea. It's your constant, unshakable baseline. And Musashi himself said it best. He apparently said this right before his famous duel with his biggest rival, Sasaki Kojiro. Think about that. He didn't try to get into some special warrior mode. He consciously kept the exact same calm, ordinary mind he had during his everyday life. And that calm focus, that's what let him win.
So this ancient wisdom sounds cool, but let's see how it actually holds up to modern science. Because it turns out there's a very clear neurochemical reason why Musashi's approach works, and why our whole psych-up strategy so often backfires on us.
Okay, here is the absolute key. When you tell yourself, this is it, this is the big one, you're basically sending a panic signal straight to your nervous system. It's like you're setting off an internal alarm. By creating this special high-energy state that you only use for important moments, you're literally training your brain to associate those moments with danger. And what happens when that alarm goes off? Your brain floods your system with the stress hormone cortisol. Now, cortisol is great if you need to, run from a lion, but it is a complete disaster for complex thought. It literally shuts down your prefrontal cortex. That's the part of your brain you need for clear thinking, for recalling memories, for speaking well. That's the biological reason your mind goes blank. All right, so we understand the problem, we get the principle behind the ordinary mind, but how do we actually do it? How do we build this Heijoshin for ourselves? Well, there's a really simple, actionable technique you can start using right away. It's called ghost training. Here's how it works. It's pretty straightforward. First, you vividly visualize that high-pressure event. I mean, really see it. See the room, feel the eyes on you, hear the kinds of questions they might ask. Make it as real as you possibly can in your mind. But, and this is the magic part, as you're doing this, you consciously maintain a calm, slow, low-stakes breathing rhythm. The same kind of breathing you'd have when you're just relaxing on the couch. By pairing that stressful image with a calm body, you're actively rewiring your brain's response. You're teaching it on a deep level that this high-pressure situation isn't actually a threat. The pressure is just an illusion.
And this all brings us to what I think is the most important takeaway from this whole thing. It's a complete paradigm shift in how we should approach performance.
We have to stop trying to become some kind of superhuman in big moments. That's what creates the crushing pressure in the first place. The real power, the real strength is already there in your calm, trained, everyday mind. So the goal isn't to rise to the occasion. The goal is to bring the occasion down to you, to make the extraordinary feel completely and totally ordinary.
So, I'll leave you with this to chew on. Think about that big meeting you have coming up, that tough conversation you need to have, that exam. What if the pressure you're feeling isn't even real? What if it's just a story you've been telling yourself? What pressure in your life is just an illusion that you can now train your mind to see right through?